Greetings, friends. It's Wednesday and time for the drive home. So, how about that election? I'm thrilled. Actually, either way, I probably wouldn't have been terribly thrilled, but I'm considerably less thrilled. It's not so bad that we got the spray tan Neanderthal as president. And we also have the Republicans owning the House and the Senate. So for the next 2 years, who knows what kind of nightmares are going to be wrought upon us. And I'm really curious on how this happened. I mean, every single poll was indicating that Clinton was going to win. And I honestly thought that there weren't that many racist, sexist, small-minded people in the United States. But hey, good job. You guys proved me wrong. Anyways. And I mean, just kind of to prove the point, the only people that I know of that have had anything positive to say about this particular election is, yay, now we get to keep our guns. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, you would have kept your guns anyways. I mean, Hillary wasn't going to take them away. She's way too establishment. She gets paid by the NRA. She's not going to take guns away. You guys are going to keep her guns no matter what. Guns was never an issue. If anybody had suggested it was an issue, they were lying to you. I mean, seriously, that was not a topic that was coming up. That was not a debatable issue. That wasn't even a thing. They might have given lip service to gun control at some point, but guys, come on, you're never going to get your guns taken away. Nobody's going to take your guns away. Nobody has ever come for your guns. Your guns are not going to get taken away. You're going to keep your guns. Think about other issues. Seriously, don't cling so hard to that one in particular. We have a Second Amendment. About the worst you would ever get is an assault weapons ban, and honestly, is it really that bad to have to stick to pistols and shotguns? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, so there's that. And that's it. That's the only positivity. I mean, my positive comment was, hey, it's proven that, yes, anybody can become president, regardless of inexperience or mental instability. So, hey, you can now tell your kid, no matter what your kid is like, that if they try hard enough or whatever, they can become president one day. The only thing I'm really hoping for is that Trump is just the biggest troll on the planet. I mean, there's a couple of things that might suggest this. I mean, way back in an old People magazine interview, I think it was in '98 or something like that, he had stated that if he ever decided to run for president, he'd run on the Republican ticket because they're idiots, and he could say anything he wanted to, and they'd still vote for him. And if this election is any indication, he was absolutely right. Another thing that's popped up a lot, at least in my mind, my recollection, is that he's not real solid on anything. He barely remembers what he said. I mean, people will ask him about a topic, and he'll either deny that he ever said anything, or say that he said the opposite of what he said. And then he gets all pissed off when people quote him about it. But that shows that he's not a consistent policyholder. He's not somebody who has real strong convictions. And that's malleable and potentially good. And the reason why I say that is because there is a possibility he might become a populist president. He might get so centered on polls and what the American people want that he'll actually start leaning towards that direction. And given polls and general policy, the nation is progressive left. It's not centrist right, like the Republicans keep claiming. It is actually progressive left. When you bring up progressive ideals, people get very excited about it and people want it. Now, I'm not hanging a lot of hopes on this thing. These are my pipe dreams. These are my little wishes that if we're lucky, might actually be the case. If we're not lucky, he's going to be a horrific figurehead who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Mike Pence will be, for the most part, in charge, which is shit. And the Republicans will basically just kind of push whatever bills and stuff they want through the House and the Senate, and he'll sign them, because he doesn't know what else to do. I think the real damage, the real honest-to-goodness damage that we're going to see in the next couple of years is going to be foreign policy, because the rest of the world hates him. It's not like Obama, where, I mean, say what you want about Obama, internationally, he was pretty well liked. Maybe not so much in the Middle East, but honestly, not much of us at all is liked in the Middle East. But it was more than George Bush. I mean, the other nations around the world were really happy when Obama got elected, and kind of retained that way for a while. I mean, the signature strikes, the signature drone strikes, certainly didn't earn him any good credit. But I mean, at least we had that, and now that we've got Trump as coming up as president-elect, that just hurts our image even more. I mean, already it was difficult to say you were an American in foreign areas because of our militaristic foreign policy and the fact that we just love bombing shit, especially civilians in the Middle East. Oh, hell, it's a gathering of people. Let's drop a Hellfire missile on them. Oh, what was that? It was a wedding? Ah, well, they had males of militant age. Anyways, our whole general policy has been kind of crap for a while. And as I've had to continuously remind my grandmother, I'm not a fan of Obama. He was better than the alternative, but he wasn't. I wasn't a big fan of his either. And I most certainly would not have been a fan of Hillary Clinton, but I am just dumbstruck over the fact that this idiot got elected. This absolute bully, this tool. I mean, there is nothing positive that I can think about him. I mean, again, mind you, I will heavily, remind you that I have a familial grudge. What would that be? Like a second person view, or a second person grudge, or something like that, wherein it's not he was mean to somebody I saw or anything like that. He tried to screw over my grandfather in a business deal. This is a legit thing, and therefore my entire family hates this guy for that particular reason. This was kind of a personal thing, and now he's president. Awesome. I'll see you at home.